guys, what's going on? And hey, we're back. What the hell happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What's going on?
What happened?
What happened?
Something.
What's happening? Hot stuff.
Steven, Eddie, Ernest, and Matt are back.
Told yourself in the third person?
Did I?
Yeah.
Totally. Folks, episode 28.
29. Or the 28 part 2.
28, volume 2. Bitch.
We're on volume 2.
28, hell yeah.
28, volume 2. And we'll get to the reason behind that in a little while. Matthew's making so much noise.
So much noise.
Yeah.
So much
sorry.
noise. Yeah.
Hey, but we're glad to be back. We're glad to have Ernest back. It's been a while, so.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
while.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
But we got a new beer.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
we do. And again, our favorite time of the beer season is here, and we are drinking another Oktoberfest, which is from Real Ale Brewing Co. Out in they're in Blanco, right?
Yeah,
they're
Blanco.
in Blanco, Texas.
Down with the brown.
Pretty
Blanco,
popular
Texas.
brewery. Real Ale.
Style lager.
We see you, and you know you see us. So
We love you.
no,
We love all your beers.
give us some love.
Hit
bro.
me up, baby.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Just hit me up, baby.
Slide into the DMs.
How do you say the? I know other beers have this type of one too, but GOSE Gauche
Gauche.
Gauche
Ghost.
Gauche
Ghost.
Goss.
Gauche Gauche.
A
I don't know.
goose?
Again, some of the beers have it,
A
but
goose?
Real Ale has one, and it's one of my favorites. And I just want to give a shout out to that. But
Eddie
we are
just
about to
can't
get into their Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
So
baby.
let's get this. In our last episode, we had Legal Draft Oktoberfest.
Volume 1. It's volume 2 now.
Oh Jesus.
Hey, mine says something.
What?
Fredericksburg.
Mine says McKinney.
McKinney.
Matt, what does your bottle cap say?
Excuse me.
Houston.
Oh.
Damn.
Hey.
Hey,
Shout out Houston.
Shout out to Houston.
Shout out
the-
H-Town.
The whole city.
So again, here's another Oktoberfest for you guys out there. If you haven't had one, here's another one to go out and try.
Also, say
I'm
hi to Darth
scared.
Maul. Bobblehead.
Yeah. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah.
It's
Cheers, guys! Cheers! Cheers! Cheers!
glasses brought to you by Derek Jenkins, DJ's Custom Matching. Link down below. Click it. Get some cool glasses.
And once again, shout out to El Luchador Bar, 622 Roosevelt.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah!
Yes. I like that.
Hold up. Let me try this again.
Do it again.
One more time, guys. All right.
God, that sounds disgusting. So for those of you who don't know, a little background, little backstory.
You already had a little bit too much to me.
Have the salmon.
I'm looking at that.
Oh, boy. Who's watching it?
All right. So we were saying a little
So
background.
Steven, God damn it, man.
Christ. That wasn't me.
He shot at us.
We are obviously in the same night as previous
Are we?
recording.
It's
Are we?
tomorrow.
And there's a reason behind that. Episode 28, Volume 1, which you saw earlier. We are now in Volume 2. Would you consider that one episode?
Would you guys consider that one
I'd
episode?
say half.
Half an episode.
It's
How?
one of the shortest.
That's what she said.
Ooh. Oh, she didn't.
Damn it.
Should have warned her. Nah. But I'd say it's one of the shortest episodes. Wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Oh,
Was it
I
short?
mean, y'all been here like longer than me, so
I mean, we have done some episodes that were, oh god, like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long.
yeah. So I'd say one of the shortest.
Oh yeah.
So
half.
anyway, volume 2 of episode 28 here is, so one of the topics we want to talk about here is
It's a quick topic.
Quentin Tarantino. He just came out with a new movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Which we all have not seen yet. And I'm
Yeah,
so
none of
bummed
us
out
have
about
seen
it.
it yet. I Eventually I'm gonna go see it. I really do want to go see it. I've heard lots of good things about it. I've heard some negative things about it too, but
But they're wrong.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. More good things than negative. I think the only negative I've heard is just the whole Bruce Lee situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up.
But
again, he came out and said,
If you kill
"My
someone-
movies are fiction."
I mean,
Hitler did not die by gunshots to the face, but it was awesome to see.
Yes.
Inglorious Bastards.
What's going on, Eloy? We see you watching, and we love you. If you have not tried Real Ale Oktoberfest, go try it, brother, because we love it.
And I
you
know,
love it
I
too.
know Eloy. I know you love Oktoberfest, and I know you've tried some. Definitely gotta try this one. It's really good.
Do it, baby.
So,
Back on subject.
but so this is what his 9th film.
Yes.
So okay, let's count back here. So Quentin Tarantino has made Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 2. What else? Is it? Inglorious Bastards,
Django
Django
Unchained.
Django Unchained,
Hateful Eight,
Hateful Eight,
which is good. I finally watched it, and it's good.
Hateful Eight,
And then Once Upon a Time.
Once upon a time.
Nice.
Death Proof.
Death Proof.
No,
Oh.
that's not considered one of his movies, though.
I think he does consider it as one.
Because look what you're at.
I'm at 9.
That's
No,
like
no.
kind of 9 with the. That's
Yeah.
10.
Right now, you're Glorious Bastards. 9th studio album, a 9th studio.
Yeah,
movie.
Reservoir
But
Dogs,
this is
Whoa.
but this is where I'm trying to get at though. He considers Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 as one film.
Was it though?
If you think about it, if you kind of think about it,
It's if you put together, it's one film,
Yeah.
broken down into 2 pieces, each over 2 hours long, each equally as good. A continuation of a story that you can't have one without the other. But you did it, Volume 1 and Volume 2. You released it on separate dates. Yeah, it might be the same story.
but was it his choice though? Because he wanted to make it one whole movie.
That's a
Oh
long
my
movie,
gosh.
though.
exactly, and which is why the studio
Understandable.
made him split it.
Had to break it down.
That's a long
It's
movie.
like Harry Potter.
And that's
The
his
Deathly
first,
Hallows.
first movie he, made a
I
sequel
know that movie.
with shit like that.
I love Harry Potter. Thanks, babe.
Which brings us to the topic of: is it necessary to have a movie split into 2?
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to bring up. As far as other things is okay. We can go through the MCU as far as Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. Could that be considered as one whole movie because it was shot all together?
Continuously for 2 years.
It was announced back to.
Even though it wasn't back to back.
No, but it was announced in the beginning when they announced Phase
It's like a
4.
part 1, part 2.
Part 1,
deal.
Part 2.
And that was when studios were doing part 1, part 2s for the last movies, mostly book adaptations. DC did it with Justice League. You know how that turned out. Sorry, DC.
Yeah, and it
those.
turned out to be the shortest movie ever.
It turned out to be a huge disaster.
It did.
But Aquaman.
Okay, so Steven, answer me this because you're looking at his IMDb page right now. I see you.
Yeah. I'm just looking at
Go up.
What.
Go up a little bit.
Let me get to his directorials.
But what do you see right there?
Clear your history.
No. Go back.
What, Volume 3?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
But that's not even official. Though.
It says announced.
Fight.
So apparently there's been talks that he's gonna do a Kill Bill Volume 3.
Is that considered the same movie?
Well, we don't know because we don't know how
Because
it's
Bill's already killed.
because Bill's already did because this was Volume 1 and 2 of Kill Bill was a continuation of each other.
So it's
Because
really
I mean, if you remember how it ended, I mean, it just suddenly ended,
Volume
It
1
And-
finally ended.
and it was like don't tell her that her daughter's still alive, and then boom, that was it.
Harry.
That was it. And then that's when we go into Volume 2, and then I mean, but each one does go back and forth as far as they past, present, past, present, past, present.
I don't know. Like,
Compared to the
I feel
MCU.
like he's trying to dig himself back because we all know that Quentin Tarantino announced a couple years ago, after my 10th film, I'm going to retire. And I feel like he's trying to backtrack now, like, oh, well, Kill Bill was technically one film, so I have 2 more films instead of 1. Like, dude,
Money talks,
Like
man.
just don't prematurely announce you're gonna retire.
But not
we
only-
want you to make movies,
Like
and we're
the
gonna
Kobe-
watch
the
them.
Kobe
and,
tour.
and then not only that though, but it's supposedly there's that big old rumor that he's supposed to direct a new Star Trek movie.
But that's not considered
And-
one of his movies.
Yeah, and so if he does do it,
It's like-
that's not considered one of his original movies.
It's like all these
So-
loopholes
so-
he's trying to go
so he-
around.
so he's not going to consider that as his 10th movie.
It's like all these loopholes he's trying to go through to make sure that like no,
I want
like
to continue making movies.
like yeah, I'm gonna continue making movies.
It's the money, man. Like,
It is,
the
and
money.
that's what I'm saying.
Don't
Like,
get me wrong, he's made good.
So
movies,
again,
though, but
you know,
it's the
to
money.
recap and not to consider some of these other ones because some of these are like episode movies, episode directorials. Like he directed an episode of ER, you know, whatever. But you know, his
An episode.
movie, but his movies, you know, was Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, Volume 1, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2. He was a guest director on Sin City, but
Can't count that.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it was only like one.
He
scene.
does count Death Proof, even though it was part of the Grindhouse, where it was him and Robert Rodriguez that did two different movies. But he does count Death Proof as one of his directorial movies.
well, as far as IMDb goes,
Yes. And then Django Unchained, Hateful Eight, but then you still got
Inglourious Basterds. You
Inglourious-
missed one.
Inglorious Bastards, and how could I have missed that one?
And Once
Oh
Upon
my
a Time.
god! And then Once Upon a Time. So technically, Once Upon a Time would be his 10th movie, but he's considering that Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 are the same.
And Death Proof technically isn't his.
I mean, Death Proof is. It just was two. At the time, it was two different
I
movies.
might go back on it. And just
It's just too like dude like we all know that like I said,
Look, I love his movies. I
yes,
I love
and we
his-
all know Quentin Tarantino considers himself an artiste.
What a
And
slab.
he is, you know, he's a master at his craft. I love his movies. Inglourious Basterds is one of my favorite movies ever.
Do you know why they do that? You know why when people say, you know why people when say that I'm an artiste and they do it like this?
Please
Because
tell me.
sometimes they're also assholes.
And they're fingering their sons of assholes.
No, because that's the sign language of asshole.
Oh,
Whoa!
I mean,
Damn, is that's real?
ignore what I said.
They're talking shit.
I'm be giving everybody these.
You're giving everybody one of these.
But, ooh, did that glass hit your teeth?
Ow.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh,
So again, so I mean, there's the argument of is Kill Bill, one or two movies again, and that could be an argument for a lot of other movies too.
In the
Unnecessary.
studio,
Well, I
total.
mean, not,
You
Got the Harry Potter.
Harry Potter 1 and
Yeah.
The
1 and
Hunger
2,
Games.
Hunger Games 1
We
and
really
2.
did not need
Twilight 1 and 2.
We really did not need two parts of Twilight. That could have been done in one movie.
But but they did it because
RXD, man. Give it to the people.
So again,
There's
Deathly
people that probably would
Hollows,
fight you
volume,
for that,
I don't care.
part 1, part 2.
And those are the people you gotta worry about.
But like I said,
Yeah.
like I just think it's not only kind of little, not I'm gonna say immature, but it's just don't prematurely
Dude,
say like
Do what you love doing, and
don't put
just-
don't put an end date on it. Just
Yeah,
do
just-
until you want to stop.
Yeah.
Like
No,
no
there's
one's
an
gonna
age
judge
limit.
you. Like
If
you
it's-
don't, you
if
don't
it-
have to announce this big retirement because what if he announced what
the
if
Kobe
he
tour, man.
what if he does a 10th movie and it sucks ass?
Yeah.
Like, or doesn't get as much praise as Hateful Eight, because Hateful Eight came out and I liked it as a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it didn't get like the praise that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood got. It didn't get the praise that Django Unchained got.
I really don't think it was one of his best.
I liked it.
Not
I
saying
think
that it
it's
was
for him 'cause
terrible,
he did that
but I don't
himself.
think
I
that was
never
one of
really
his
thought of it
best.
like
And
that.
Death Proof was another one that
That's
wasn't.
what I'm saying. Like,
Wasn't
what
another
if
one.
he were to
Yeah.
come out with his 10th studio film and he's like, okay, this is my last one. This is my last one, and
Boy,
it
this one
sucks.
blows
Like, what happens if it
cheeks.
sucks? What's he gonna do then? Oh, well, I announced it, so it has to be my last one. Like, no. Like, dude,
Just
just
be like, hey,
But-
man.
but-
you know
but-
what? I
but-
like making movies.
But as much as good of a director he is, and as arrogant as he is as well,
artists.
he's not gonna if like you said, if his 10th movie ends up being a disaster, he's not gonna let it end that way. He's not gonna let his legacy end that
That's what
way.
I'm saying. Like,
and
why announce that then?
he won't. I don't know if it's just at a milestone type of thing or what, but why he won't end it on an uneven number. You know what I mean? Like
11 or
yeah,
13.
like 11, 12, you know, whatever.
13.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? My 15th film is gonna be my last one. It's like,
But like, it's just like I just hate when not only studios do that, but like like just don't do that. Like, just why you gotta put a timestamp on it?
Timmy
You
didn't
know.
put a timestamp.
Just don't. That's gross. Like I said, like he said, he was a special guest director on Sin City. Would you count that?
well,
Some
no,
people
because
would.
No, it was only just one segment.
yeah, it was only one scene.
I know it's that one car scene.
Yeah.
Which one?
With Benicio del Toro and Owen Wilson.
Oh,
not
where,
Owen
where,
Wilson.
where he's dead already and he's like
Yeah.
talking to him.
Not Owen Wilson.
Owen Craig.
Clive Owen.
Oh,
Clive Owen.
Owen.
Yeah, there you go.
My
Guys
bad.
are both- Who's Owen Craig?
Owen Craig.
You're trying to.
That's the singer from Chiodos.
I like them.
I like them very much.
And,
Yeah.
what's this? Because it says director, Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair. Is that like a whole, and like is that like a DVD like extra or DVD special
no,
release?
that's a merger of both films together.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
why?
Then
so
yes.
so
Then yes.
so
4
it's
hour.
on there, just like Death Proof. Do you count that? I mean,
Well, okay, like I said, he does count Death Proof as one of his films because it was a full length film.
Probably my least favorite.
what was your least favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
Death Proof.
Jackie Brown.
I like Jackie Brown.
It wasn't my favorite.
It was pretty interesting.
It was, but it wasn't my favorite.
It was interesting. He
Well,
had Robert De Niro just playing that
What was
one
your
guy.
What was your most favorite?
Inglorious
my
Bastards.
most favorite?
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Inglorious Bastards, baby.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Dude, I love Inglorious Bastards. I can watch him. Let's go watch it right now.
I just laugh.
Maybe
Makes me laugh.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
The first
God. Oh, it's
Quentin
such a-
Tarantino movie I
such-
saw.
Such a
Inglorious Bastards is in my top 3 for sure.
But yeah,
But I would have to say Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs,
Pulp Fiction, my
he never get
God.
past that. Why do I need a tip?
Fuck
Scene
off.
in the beginning.
I hate Steve Buscemi because of that scene.
I love Steve Buscemi.
And he plays the creep in Ghost World. So
What?
You know what?
Ghost World,
The hell's-
Ghost World?
16 Candles. Which one is it?
What-
Where Steve Buscemi plays a creep. Remember, he's like stalking.
Oh,
Scarlett
Ghost
Johansson.
World. Ghost World.
Yeah.
You said 16 Candles. He doesn't even come on in 16
Well,
Candles.
I knew it was one of those two
Like,
movies.
That was Molly Wingrod, dude.
No,
And the creepy Asian. Hello.
It was
look
sad.
at-
So I was like, oh,
it was sad when he
hey, hot stuff.
Hey, hot stuff.
when his character died in the big Lebowski.
Hey, Matthew's trying to talk. Big Lebowski.
It was sad when his character died.
Who?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve
Dude,
Buscemi's
even
character.
even
I
in
never seen it.
even in Fargo, the movie Fargo.
Mhm.
Never seen it.
Dude, oh my god, he gets stuffed into a wood chipper.
I didn't know that.
Spoilers.
See those movies?
Wow.
That movie was wild. I saw like half of it, but I fell asleep.
If any
Tripping
old
is what-
movies you need to like classic cult, classic movies you need to see, that have Steve Buscemi in it, other than
Steve
what
Buscemi?
Other than all the Adam
other,
the Adam Sandler
other
movies.
than Adam Sandler movies and Quentin Tarantino movies is Fargo and The Big Lebowski.
'Cause
Definitely need to
he
see
plays
those two
his-
movies. And Ghost World.
In Ghost World. Isn't that weird when people call them cult classics? I'm just like, what cult are we part of?
a classic cult.
Classic cult. we're classical.
I don't know.
We're a classical cult.
Classic
you know.
cult. Classic cult.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we got some major news from Disney.
Ooh.
Got
Major
that's
news.
been going
And I
on.
was doing a whoo because that damn beer is damn good.
It is good. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we got lots. To talk about. What's going on, guys? Welcome back from that break.
I'm parched.
I'm parched.
I'm parched.
What were we talking about before?
Quentin Tarantino
And
his
all- and
movies,
his-
and
and
we
his-
are over that.
Yeah, we're definitely over that. We got lots to talk about.
So
Don't disrespect
okay,
Bruce Lee.
now we're gonna get into our main topic,
Like what's up?
and it is a big doozy. But before I actually get into
doozy.
the actually big picture of it, so we all know Disney Plus is coming out in November.
Yeah, baby.
Disney Plus. They announced that they were going to be $7.99 a month.
Yeah, about $7.99 a month.
$7.99 for
We're
the
getting
subscription. So and then of course we're getting
Excited.
the series of Mandalorian.
A lot of MCU.
Yeah, but what's the other one? God, what's his name from Rogue
Cassian
One?
Andor.
Cassian
See, the thing
Andor.
is, we
Loki.
they said they're gonna do it. I don't know.
Loki,
Scarlet Witch,
Scarlet
Vision,
Witch, and Vision, or Scarlet Vision,
Scarlet
or,
Vision,
and then
Winter Soldier, Falcon,
Little Winter Soldier, and
The Falcon.
Falcon.
Winter
Winter
Soldier,
Soldier.
Falcon.
Hawkeye.
Plus you're gonna have and then the Hawkeye, and then plus you're gonna have access to all the movies, anything that Disney owns property of, from Lucasfilms,
High School Musical.
Pixar, everything, in between all that. And then of course the other big news that happened earlier this year was the whole Fox merger that Disney also bought property of.
Big moves, man.
And there was a lot of stuff that went on with that too as well. So, what do you guys think about Disney Plus? Are you guys gonna get it? Do you want to get it? Are you excited about it?
I want
Do
to
I
get it.
do I got the money for
I'm
it?
stoked.
Stoked.
I was like, okay.
I don't know. I guess I'll get it.
Dude,
No,
get
no,
it,
no,
man.
no.
I-
It's
I-
not so much. I guess I'm
I'm watching all the Marvels on repeat, boy.
I'm
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Smack Daddy in the middle. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna get it. I'm pretty sure one of us is gonna get get it and share accounts.
So then the other thing.
Oh, I'm not
the-
getting it.
The other thing that they also announced is that they're also going to do a package deal with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN for $12.99.
Not bad.
Sports guy right here too.
ESPN Plus.
So,
Just
so
take
how
my
do you
money.
you think that's going to be like a big kind of savings kind of thing? Just bundling them all together, or
For most people, I mean, I just
For
think
some people, yeah.
it's just. I mean, who doesn't like this?
For me,
Are you talking about Hulu or just?
no? I'm just talking about the whole bundle pack. You're getting Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN
Yeah, I mean,
for $12.99 a month plus tax. I'm sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
well, see, the only thing I'm watching Hulu right now is like Hell's Kitchen reruns and The League.
The league.
The league.
So I mean, that's pretty much it. Like that's seriously all I watch.
I mean,
I started watching.
Result porn.
Besides that, Party Down, again.
Scrubs is on Hulu.
Yeah, they see like stuff like that is the only reason why I watch Hulu.
Yes,
But
demons.
I mean,
watch
maybe because in the future, so much stuff that I kind of like just rewatch on Netflix, like The Office, Friends, is gonna come off. So I find myself going to Hulu and like, oh, well, what's on here? Scrubs, The League, just kind of reruns of shows. That's the only reason why I'll probably keep that streaming service. ESPN, I don't really keep too much. Any ESPN coverage I look for, I get on my YouTube and I can watch it on my YouTube. I just watch kind of like highlights. I don't need like a 24-hour ESPN kind of coverage. That's just me. I get
Yeah,
my
yeah.
I get my highlighted
I
coverage
get
on
onto
YouTube, and that's kind of where I get my shit.
Damn.
My mom loves your shit. But like, no, for sure the Disney Plus, that's a must for me because all the shit that we're gonna get for it, like all the Star Wars, all the MCU.
All the Star Wars and MCU stuff I'm excited about. I think the one main thing I'm really excited about from the Disney Plus that comes from the Star Wars side is the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I think that's the most exciting thing I'm more
and then
about.
some.
So it's just, I mean, it's
So-
been like day
And-
3000
and-
and everybody's
and-
still talking about
and
Endgame.
then some.
There's
There's gonna be and
No.
then some here in a bit, but again, so okay, that's how we feel about the whole subscription and streaming stuff. Again, Fox got bought out by Disney, and there's a lot of stuff from there that
And Disney is not shy from saying, all the losses we had this quarter, it's Fox.
It's all because of them.
They're not,
bastards.
they are not shying away from saying like all the stuff we're losing money from. It's not us.
It's not
It's
us.
that
It's
studio we
them.
bought from.
It's for sure them.
Dude, they're throwing Fox under the bus.
And then they're like,
So in throwing, and of course, in throwing them under the bus, they have canceled a lot of stuff. One of the things is like the Assassin's Creed 2. I forgot what there was quite a bit of other stuff too that they were just canceling.
how
it.
they're unimpressed with the New Mutants, and they straight up just say, "I guess
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not gonna do well."
But that itself too is also a whole other
Dude,
thing.
I'm just so sick and tired of hearing about New Mutants being a failure. Just give it to us and let us decide.
Yeah.
Like, we just want it. Like, we just want it. I'm tired of them saying, like, oh, well, we're not confident in it, or it's going to suck, or this and that. Like, we were so hyped when they first got that first trailer. We have not.
They even showed the trailer in theaters
We have
for
not-
during one of the movies. I think it was during Deadpool 2 that they showed the
Yeah.
trailer.
And we have
too.
not gone a second trailer at all, or nothing at. All we've gotten is just, like, pushbacks and just, like, back talk. Like, I'm tired of them saying, like, oh, well, New Mutants gonna suck. Just give it to us. You already gave us Dark Phoenix and that blue ass. Like, just give us New Mutants, damn it. Like, just have this. Like, don't cancel it. Don't put it on the shelf. We want it. You know, like, just give it to us, and then you can reboot your damn universe and do whatever you fuck you want.
Eddie
with
wants
it.
all the smoke. He's already
Yeah,
throwing
he's,
heads.
he's on fire.
But it's just like, you know, like, I mean, do you want to see it?
I do want to see it. I do want to see it.
It's like everything else.
Even if they release it straight to DVD
Because-
or to streaming, I just want to see it. I just want to see
because-
the damn thing already.
Because another thing is, like, you know, back when at Comic Con, when they announced, you know, oh, you know, we're gonna do a Doctor Strange universe, it's gonna be some horror. I'm like, well, wasn't that what New Mutants was gonna?
Yeah, that's exactly
There's
what
gonna be
New
a horror,
Mutants did.
and like, but you guys are canceling this shit because you're not confident in it. Like, just release it and give us that. That way, when you release Doctor Strange, we have something to compare it to, and we might like that even more. Like, you know, just give it to us. Like, because these actors put in the time, this crew put in the work to do this stuff, and for you guys just to push it back and like and to ultimately like maybe not release it, it's a slap in the face of those people. Like, just give it to us.
I think Disney
So-
just needs to get their head out of their ass and stop
Yeah,
marketing
Disney-
to just kids.
Disney
Because
just-
yeah, you've been a company that's marketed
And then
since kids for years,
another thing that they're also questioning too is like what to do with Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool
Oh
obviously
my
is
God.
is a successful franchise,
That's why
and they are so scared of it because of the fact that the last two were R-rated, and
Yeah.
because you know the things they showed, the things, especially a lot of the things that he says in it
Yeah.
too. But it's like, come on, just. And then they even tried going the route of releasing a
PG-13.
PG-13 version of Deadpool
Just to
2.
see
But that was also for charity.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I understand that was for charity, but I think that was also a test run for
Probably
for
was.
for them
Yeah.
to see how
How well it would do. And it
how
didn't
well
do-
they
it-
did,
it didn't do well.
and how fans were going to react to it as well.
And
And-
it didn't do
Go
Yeah,
out
it didn't
on
really
one.
go that well.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Makes
you know,
sense.
so they're scared to what to do with it because they really can cancel it. I mean, they can. It's
made all the
it's
monies.
made a lot of monies, and I'm sure it could
Smart
also.
move by Ryan
I'm
Reynolds
sure
just to put all his money
if
into it, man.
if Disney can keep it R-rated and still,
Show
do
them cheeks.
do what they can do with it, I'm sure it could also reach to $1 billion. I
So
feel
the
like
thing
it
is,
could.
it goes against Disney's, principles to release an R-rated movie. Like, the thing is, like,
You want
I-
gay stuff in movies?
I do
Give us
not,
some R-rated stuff.
I do not like the idea of them doing an R-rated Deadpool solo movie and then him going to an MCU and like being PG-13. I do not like that idea at all. Honestly, if he never shows up in MCU, I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. I just want more Deadpool, the way we had him, the way the way they've been giving it to us. Like, it's made the money, it's there.
It's made all the monies.
So why do you have to change it up? I don't understand.
Like I said before,
What is this?
they
That's
1 billion
That's mine.
Zenny.
That's mine.
they've had they've been marketing to kids like the whole entire time. They've
And
been
it doesn't
a
have-
thing,
it
and
doesn't-
They don't have to do that.
It doesn't
anymore.
have to target a certain, demographic
That's it.
or age group.
They need
but-
to get their head out of their asses.
Another thing too that Deadpool 2 was getting a lot of backlash from when it was first coming out too was that when Ryan Reynolds was posting on his Instagram page and Twitter pages that all the kids that were coming on set and seeing Deadpool, and they were getting the raw, getting to see all the raw footage of Deadpool. They were like, people were like, these kids don't need to be seeing a movie like this. It was like, and I loved Ryan Reynolds' reaction. It's like, well, you know what? They don't need to be fighting this kind of disease, and for them to not grow up and see something like this is even more heartbreaking, because they're never gonna get past that age to see an actual Deadpool movie. So it's like,
So I mean, bouncing off of that, right, the way the stance Ryan Reynolds takes for all these movies, and he's been behind it since day one. He put, like Ernest said, he put his blood, sweat, and tears into this, and his money. Do you really think that he's gonna allow himself to be censored by Disney to really be like, well, we want to make another movie, but you need to tone it down a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, on one aspect, he could, but at the same time, he could make fun of it on his movie.
Yes, and the
funny,
the funny thing,
what the? I'm sorry, I can't cuss because the big guys tell me I can't. The funny thing
about it is, I can see. I mean, and that's the brilliance of Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, is that Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds.
And he's super sarcastic,
like,
and super meta.
Yes, it's just like it fit him so well. And when he came out and redid the movie after Wolverine Origins was a disaster, and even though he played Wade Wilson in that one too, he was so happy to reprise the role and to do it better and the right way.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, exactly. He's not gonna allow it to be censorized.
I remember when it released, I watched the movie 5 times in theaters. Like it was nice.
I remember when I first saw Deadpool, the first one, I was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
whoa!" Like this is awesome. Like,
yeah, this is fucking.
And I even love the second one. Like people are like, "Oh, it's a little downgraded," but no, like I think it was just as good.
I think my favorite part is when he sees Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
I knew it was you.
He started naming all the appearances, like X-Men number. Blah, 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 blah.
I think my favorite part was like, I'm Batman.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck dubstep.
No, my favorite part is in the beginning where he has the Logan timer where he's dead.
Oh, dude, that was. So... we need to find that. We need to get that.
Like that's the thing. Like if at the time Fox was able to give him permission to do that, like there has to
Disney has to come to some type of compromise, dude. And again, I was listening to other podcasts before, and Disney has owned other properties where they've done adult version movies only. This is like, so why can't they do this for Deadpool? Why can't just because he's part of Marvel? But that's the thing, though. Marvel had its version of in the comics, but then when Deadpool came onto the scene, it was a risk that they were willing to take. So I think Disney should do the same thing.
You want more money in your pockets, man.
But
and
okay, but
I guarantee you, dude, if Disney promotes it, they're gonna make bank on this, dude. They're gonna make so much bank on this.
I mean, we all just finished watching.
Just don't have them at fucking Disney World or Disneyland. That's all you. That's all.
Yeah.
We all just finished watching Endgame. Yeah. And y'all
just skipped the whole movie and just watched the end.
Yeah, he really did. Y'all three saw Far From Home. From what you guys say, it's pretty down to earth. It is what it is, and it's amazing. We got the announcements of these new movies, new shows, and it's gonna be awesome. But do you really? I mean, honestly, and it's a serious question. Would you want to see Deadpool in that universe? Do you would you want to see him just pop in that universe? And just,
I would love to see him in at least a Spidey universe. If Spider-Man was like the way he was in the comics and in the cartoon shows where he was. I don't
want to see Deadpool in his universe at all.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, because
I feel like it'll ruin it for me. Because like, how is he going to be breaking the fourth wall when others can't? And him be his old Deadpool self.
I think what can happen is that
depends on the director too.
I mean, there's a way that it can work. There is a way that it can work.
I'm sure there is.
I
just don't want.
And they're like, we got to make it PG-13 when it interacts with the other
characters. That's exactly why I don't want to see it.
And especially with him breaking the fourth wall even more, is
just
what.
Give it to us.
Just give it all. Just go all balls out.
I just
I'm
feel
a
like
virgin.
I just feel like it'll take me out of it if like it's a
So-
series.
gum, guys.
Okay, so you know,
I was
just
like, oh god,
just you know,
so tiny.
Wow.
just to also kind of move on again to what other Fox properties that Disney is canceling. I think this is a typo right here too. Is one of the ones that they're gonna cancel is the Sandlot prequel.
Wait,
Which,
what?
That's cool.
Sandlot prequel?
I can do without
Prequel?
it.
That was in the works.
Yeah, that was in the works. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Whack.
Chronicles 2, I'm okay with that. Assassin's 2 Creed.
Yeah.
Assassin's
They're
Creed
canceling
2,
Flash Gordon. Thank God.
I'm okay with that. Mega Man, I was a little excited for. Magic: The Gathering, I was excited for.
They
Flash
could've-
Gordon
They
and
could have
I'm
done
so glad
both
they're
of those.
canceling Flash Gordon.
And-
Magic the Gathering and
And I-
Mega Man.
and I would have been excited to see a different version of
Exactly. They
League
went
of
away from
Extraordinary Gentlemen
Without Sean Connery?
Remake
with
Hollywood.
without a lot of the actors.
Without
from
a
there.
lot. Without the whole movie.
But just them redoing it, I would have loved to have seen that. But yeah, so those are some of the other properties that they're gonna be getting rid of. Now, some of the things that they're gonna be trying to reboot.
Oh, okay.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Stupid.
Did y'all see any of them?
I liked the first
Yeah.
one. It was good.
Yeah, the first one.
I never
no,
really
the other
seen
ones
it. I
came
never
out.
saw any
I
of
saw
them.
I
the
love
first one, it was
Hilary
good.
Duff.
Matthew, this one I'm pointing at you because I know you read a couple of the books.
Hell yeah.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like my middle school
They're really gonna do that,
library.
But,
But
Did
But
you-
they're planning on
did-
making a series.
Did you see the movies?
Yeah, I saw the movies. They're
How do
I
you
like the
feel about
first
them
two.
rebooting it?
I mean, the movies were whatever. I only saw like I guess the first
Did they
first
kind
one.
of follow what was going on in the books or not?
Kinda, yeah.
Matthew's when it comes to that particular story, Matthew's all like, "Oh, it's not like the book."
Oh, man, but they gave
No, no.
like references.
He's
from
one of
the
those
book
book
and
snobs.
stuff. Well, not references.
And this
Drop-
one,
they mentioned the book.
this one,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them rebooting it, seeing it, or maybe even as a TV series or whatever. Night at the Museum.
Too soon.
Night at the
Too
Museum.
soon. It just came out like 7 years ago. Too soon.
Too soon.
I think it came out like almost 10 years ago.
Well, maybe the first one, but
2010 was like 2 years ago. Man.
what
Now
year is it?
this one that has been a big controversy.
Controversy. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And I agree. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Home Alone.
Don't. Do
Oh
it.
man.
Home
Because
Alone.
because if
'Cause-
anybody said it the best, it was Clatter Live. We have smartphones now. We have stuff in place to make sure a kid does not get left at home by itself.
True.
We have the next door neighbor app.
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't. It
And there
doesn't
was
work
like
at all.
there was a rumor that was like, oh, the kid stole something from people and they were trying to get it back.
Yeah.
That's not what Home Alone was.
No, that's not what it was.
If you can do that, just do something else.
Yeah. This kid's
I
gonna,
think- I
this
think-
kid's gonna look at his
I
phone.
think
Oh, my ring doorbell.
The best reaction that I saw from it was Macaulay Culkin himself, and he said, "This is what Home Alone looks like now."
And he's at home,
And he's
fat,
at home
watching TV,
fat watching TV. It's just,
probably watching Glow season 3.
and I totally agree with Macaulay Culkin. I mean, dude,
Just don't do it.
Despite the way his career went after everything from his childhood, I mean, regardless of it, but. Yes, I mean, do not do this. Do not reboot it. I am not excited for it. I am not happy about it.
Me neither.
Dude, and I wasn't even happy when they did Home Alone 3, and it wasn't even Macaulay Culkin.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
For me, Home Alone is Home Alone 1
and 2.
and 2 Lost in New York. That's it.
To me,
That's
those
it.
movies are like those 80 movies.
Not
like the 16
those
Candles
weird-
and all stuff where
Yeah,
you
it's
just you just don't touch them.
Don't touch
like,
them.
Yeah.
They're
Just-
their own thing.
Yeah, they
It's
were
their own culture.
Just
You
like,
you
And if
belong.
they're gonna do like their own version, like what they were saying that they were gonna do, then call it something
Something
else.
else.
Call
Yeah.
it something else.
Don't call it Home Alone.
Don't
Don't
call
Home
it Home
Alone
Alone.
is a 90s preference movie because only in the 90s is that actually believable. So let me throw this question out to you guys: if they remade this movie and set it in the 90s,
Well, I think they were gonna do it as a TV series.
but I'm saying if
What
they
the
set it
hell?
if they set it not in present day but in the
How many times
90s,
they gonna
If
leave
they
their
said
kid
it in
home?
the
How many
90s,
times? How many times are they gonna
if they said it
try
like,
to attack
like
his house?
if they said it like in the 90s, then yeah. But yeah, exactly. Then
He's
how
on
many times
Tinder
they're
or
gonna try to
something.
attack his house?
and also the three things that made that movie were Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, and Marv.
Home Alone. He's just
I don't know his name. But those are the three things that made that movie and the reason why you want to come back and watch it.
It's just-
If they're not involved, why watch it?
Those are just culture movies, man. You just
Exactly,
You
it
just don't
Yeah.
fuck
Cult classic.
Cult classics. The classic cults.
Culture movies. I'm saying, like, I'm saying, though, like,
you heard it here first.
Hey,
I
hey,
hope.
hey,
No.
but like, it's just like, why? Like, just don't do it. Please don't do it. And see, the thing is, like, yeah, what you guys were saying, like, you know, there are certain
Keep the change.
there are
Yeah.
certain movies that came out in their perspective, you know, their respective time periods that you just don't do. I never been a fan of Karate Kid or no, take it back. I never been a fan of Back to the Future. Never been a fan of it. Never watched it. Whatever. But I respect at the time it came out and that people love that movie. I'm in that camp of saying do not remake Back to the Future because it just doesn't work. Like,
No, it
don't
doesn't.
do it.
And-
Like,
and I
let it
think-
be what it was, and just let it be.
I think
you know,
the writer or someone,
The graphics.
because it was Steven Spielberg that did the first two or all three of them. Either way, but I think it was the writer that had them sign some type of disclosure saying that they cannot remake these movies.
They had already said that.
like,
Yeah,
like
hell
I was
yeah.
saying, like you said, like
That's why
like,
they're doing the TV shows. Well, they didn't say anything about TV shows.
loopholes.
But you know, because you did mention Karate Kid by accident. What I love though is that, you know, when they did Cobra Kai, they didn't try to redo
Yeah.
a whole thing. It
was a continuation.
It was a
Yeah.
continuation, and it
Of
was
another story.
and they made it into a different story,
Still sucked,
and
though.
it worked. It worked so good.
Did it do good though?
It's
Yeah.
done really good.
It's really beloved.
They're going on to do season 3.
Oh.
They
So you're
already
saying
did.
you didn't like Jaden Smith?
I
and
watched like
Jackie
the first
Chan.
like 2 episodes and I
It's really
kinda
good
get
though.
it,
I mean,
so-
I mean, you really don't have to watch the movies because they do a lot of
I'll stick with
flashbacks.
it.
But watching the movies also gives you a perspective of everything that's going on in
Yeah.
the show. And one thing that I do not like I mean, not that I don't like the show anymore, but I've had a different perspective on the show, How I Met Your Mother. But one of the things I did love about How I Met Your Mother was Barney's perspective on the Karate Kid. That William
talking.
Zabka was
The hero.
was the real hero and not Ralph Macchio's
Okay.
character. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool seeing their two different stories collide even a lot better than what the movies did.
And that's how they did it on the Cobra.
And that's how they did it on
Okay.
Cobra Kai. And so
They kind of made him.
We all saw it.
Made like the Karate Kid the bad guy of the show.
in the first season, yeah, they kind of almost did. They almost pushed it to where he was like the bad guy, and it was
But
just
we
like,
all saw it.
so
Yeah, we
I
all
mean,
saw it. YouTube Red.
YouTube. So, but I mean, yeah. So I mean, going back, I mean, there's just some things that you just do not touch at all,
Yeah.
and you know, just,
I mean-
just kind of leave it alone.
Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith are good.
And we're gonna go ahead and
good
take
duo.
one last break, and then we're gonna get to the big story here.
Which is what?
So, we'll be right back, and you'll find out.
Cool. Stay tuned.
And we are back.
Hey, you guys!
And we are back here on Geeking and Drinking. Steven, Eddie, Ernest, and Matt. What's going on, guys? So it's been an eventful night and eventful episodes.
We are drinking Real Ale
We
Brewing
are
Co.'s
drinking ale.
seasonal release
Real Ale.
Oktoberfest, which is a Bavarian style lager. Watch out, bitch.
Camera.
I can't read it.
Oh my gosh, almost dropped mine. We're all drunk.
You're drunk.
So
You're drunk.
we've been at this for a while, and we're
It's
we're
been
almost
a fun night.
we're almost done here, guys. We're almost done here. So
Hey, Jericho.
it's been a good night. It's been a fun night. We're moving on to our last topic. So we had we're talking about Disney Plus stuff, Disney canceling some Fox stuff from the Fox merger, and trying to reboot some things. So watch that in the first half of the episode. Moving on.
Wait, hold on fast. Jericho, we see you on the Facebook Live.
Jericho, we
wave
do
hi.
see you.
We see
Hello.
What's up?
She said hi.
Hi.
She said hi.
Hi.
She said
Thanks.
hi, everybody.
She said hi.
We love
We're excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Low battery.
So the last oh shit, low battery. I'm at 5% here. I'm gonna go ahead and just close this out right now.
Bam. Oh, broke it.
Now Ben.
All raw.
So last thing, moving on to also coming from Disney Plus. This was just announced. It was a big bombshell. Lot of reactions to this. There was even thoughts of this was gonna be a movie. This was gonna be one of the Star Wars spin-off movies.
Wait. Let me.
Oh,
Whoa. Hold on.
Hold on.
This is a rare occasion here.
who's this guy?
Dim
Who
the
is this
lights.
Well, hello there. Yes, I think we all know what's coming up.
I
It's been
do.
announced that Obi-Wan Kenobi series might be coming afloat
But that's not just the big news.
with Ewan McGregor
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
returning to reprise the role.
Cue
This
the
is
horn
interesting.
sounds. Boom, 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 boom,
Brr, brr, brr,
boom.
brr.
Has he been doing anything like big?
Oh, he's gonna be in the new Birds of Prey. Movie.
He's also
Yeah.
in Doctor
He's gonna
Sleep.
play
Dr. Sleep.
Black Mask.
So yeah, he's doing a
gonna
couple.
throw some
He's doing
icing
a
on the
cou-
cake.
He was
couple
in.
things
He was in.
That's tight.
He was in T2. Was it the trans?
I don't think I could see anybody else playing that role.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like,
Other than Allen
like,
Guinness, no.
at all.
Like, I've always wanted Ewan McGregor to come back in some way or another to play reprisable as Obi-Wan Kenobi because
Obi-Wan
he is
Kenobi.
honestly one of the best, if not the best part of the prequels.
Yeah.
He's so awesome.
That was the first thing I saw
wisdom.
this morning, man. It was tight. That's
Yeah, because
really
you
cool.
showed us.
Yeah.
He was
it?
definitely my favorite in the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. Not so much Phantom Menace, but I mean Phantom Menace is also a whole other thing. And
I just remember that one line from Superbad when Bill Hader was like quoting Yoda. He's like, "That's Yoda from
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones." I was like, all the movies you pick Attack of the Clones.
yeah, of all the movies, you pick Attack of the Clones. Come on, man. Not even Empire. Come on, dude.
Out of all the movies, you pick Attack of the Clones.
Good one,
And
Matt.
then-
That was a good one, Matt.
And it
That was a
like,
good one, Matt.
Back then, Guilty Pleasure, when I was younger, that was probably one of my favorite movies, Attack of the Clones.
Me too.
Hey,
It
dude.
still is.
Going back now, there are some parts I love, and most of it I just hate.
The only part I love when they're
I
on
cannot stand sand.
Geonosis and they're
It gets
the
everywhere.
Jedi's, the droids are fighting for the first time,
Yes.
and we see the clones come for the first time ever.
But also, I cannot stand Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman
The sand.
because they just hate sand.
The sand
It
gets
gets everywhere.
Irritating.
I hate the beach.
What's his name? Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Hating.
I hate you.
Hating on Christensen.
Oh!
Oh my
Anyway.
Chill out.
Sorry.
So yeah, so on just on that, I don't think that was my favorite of Christensen on the Star Wars series was Attack of the Clones. It really
There it is.
did a number on his career. Revenge of the Sith, I think, was one of my favorites of the prequels, but Attack of the Clones also had some really good ones. Again, the Battle of Geonosis was one of my favorite parts. The whole Jedi, appearing in the Coliseum was my favorites. But
My
yes, so a
favorites.
big thing, big thing was that what we're talking about that's announced is that Ewan McGregor is going to reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Master, in his own Disney Plus series. There's not too much information on it right now, other than just that supposedly this may be just a miniseries, 6 parts.
Where do you hope, or where do you think, guys,
Klugerfield.
that it's going to, like, as far as like a setting and time period wise, where do you think it's gonna land?
Well, what I want to see, I mean, I don't know, dude. There's just like an endless possibility to it.
What he was doing when-
Unfortunately, I did not get to see a lot of Star Wars Rebels because I know that the character itself does come out in Star Wars Rebels, and there's some conflict between him and,
And Darth
that
Maul.
Darth Maul.
That was sad.
That
I
I
saw
would-
the clip to
that-
that episode, and I was
that
like,
I would
"Ugh."
love to see live action, but apparently it was done animated, and apparently a lot of people, praised it very well. That
It's good.
that- that
It's
yeah,
good.
was
it
done
was a
really
good little
good.
fight.
But
well,
Good
hello
little
there.
callback.
but that
Yes.
there's really no way that they could bring that back into play. Just depending on what time period that
It
they
happened. Let it go.
do.
Well, hello there.
Would I love to see him and him face off against Darth Vader? Yes.
So, do we think?
Yes.
I mean, do in our minds, because obviously him and Anakin were on Mustafar, and that's when Anakin got burned. And then and the next time we see them meet up on the Death Star in New Hope, are we to believe, or do you guys think that they've met up once or a couple? They've crossed paths before that.
Before?
All
I
I
want to say
know-
that they have crossed paths before
Because obviously he knows about Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows
his
about
dark past.
Anakin.
And obviously Anakin knows about Obi-Wan.
and there is the line that he's more machine than he is man.
How does he know that?
And the last time that, again, like you said, the last time that he saw Anakin, he was half burnt to death.
hate you.
Yes, that terrible line.
You're my brother, Anakin.
Yeah, my brother Anakin.
I hate you. I love you. It's so good.
You are a
You
brother,
were the-
Anakin.
You're the chosen one.
I love you.
Oh,
Anyways,
I'm gonna
but
fucking
so
cry.
he never saw
the full.
Darth Vader.
Well, as
himself.
far as we've been led to
So
believe.
a
You
quick
know.
tip: when I first saw the Revenge,
For him to be
when I
more
first
machine.
saw Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the shit.
When I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters,
You're thinking of
he-
Zack and Miri.
yeah, he took me. Steven took me, and I was hyped. My first Star Wars movie I've seen in theaters.
That's sad.
Yeah, but I was hyped. Like
That was
Yeah.
my
the,
first.
the whole
No,
the whole
honestly-
the whole beginning scene in
Had-
space.
Before you had seen that one, had you seen the other two before?
Yeah,
But on
This is his
DVD?
first in
Yeah.
theaters.
and then I remember I
What's a DVD?
bought. Well, I didn't buy. Someone let me like the old Star Wars movies before I watched Revenge of the
Well, I
Sith.
had the other ones on VHS. Oh, I'm so pissed off.
What's
Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So
Coulda had money.
Okay, so here's the main thing. So apparently, Obi-Wan has always been into talks, and that it was always going to be some type of spin-off.
But given the solo movie,
and it was going to be a its own movie.
but given the outcome of Solo, which me and your boy Damon are talking about.
Dude,
That's what they
I still think Solo was a good movie.
It was fine.
It was fine for what it
wasn't
was.
Bad. It wasn't good.
It was literally
It wasn't terrible.
what it was.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was what we were given.
I rewatched it over after watching the first time again.
I could still watch it. I enjoyed it very much. I guess
mainly
I
because
got into it. I honestly I played it like while I was eating lunch and getting ready for the school.
mainly
and
because
I got hooked on it.
yeah, mainly because
I mean-
of Amelia Clark, which is she's so
I mean,
beautiful.
the beginning of it. I mean, the beginning. The beginning of it, I can kind of do without, but when they're trying to set themselves free, and then he gets, him joining the Empire to become a pilot and whatnot, but I really did enjoy it.
And then where he got his name, he's like, "You don't have a last name? Well, I guess we'll call you
So.
Solo." Oh, okay.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I think that was terrible. But I mean, other than that, everything afterwards I think was
And then,
very
of course,
entertaining.
we gotta-
I love. I'm not gonna lie,
Yes,
dude.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
yes.
gonna lie.
Matthew. Yes.
I love Donald Glover as Lando.
Yeah, that was tight, man.
You know who I love more?
Me.
Way Parker,
The
versus
droid?
Darth Maul.
No. Ray Parker's Darth Maul and Sam Witwer doing his voice. Oh my God, that was a pleasant surprise.
Dude, I mean,
That was
And
awesome.
and like the lightsaber, he actually had the lightsaber from the Clone
From the
Wars
Clone
and
Wars.
the Rebels.
and his legs.
Mhm.
Oh, it was amazing.
I was like, they actually did it. Cool. Like
They did it.
they did
They
it.
did it.
this is what the reshirts, the reshoots gave us. Cool.
reshoots,
Reshoots.
reboots,
Reshoots. Yeah.
So anyway, so how do you guys feel that the fact that the Obi-Wan Kenobi is gonna be a TV series or a Disney Plus series as opposed to a movie?
Okay,
Would you have rather seen it on the big screen, or do you not mind watching it on the small screen?
Okay, first of all, finally that we're getting this.
Oh, damn. I
And,
was like, what'd you do? That was fast.
Okay, no. First of all, finally that we're getting this Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor coming back. Finally.
Wait, would you say finally, though? Because, like, a lot of fans have been, like, wanting to go kind of away from the story and, like, everything they've done.
Well, and I get that. And the thing
Well,
is...
I mean, I think this is, like, awesome.
And the thing is, we're gonna have that story that's kind of like branching off as far as Mandalorian.
you don't wanna go away from it.
We're getting Benioff and Weiss, the showrunners for Game of Thrones. They're having their own trilogy, which is kind of gonna be based off.
Yeah,
the
but they
older-
fucked up the whole last season of Game of Thrones, so it's whatever.
But it's going to be Star Wars.
I think they just were just like
Tired of it.
They were just over it. They just trying to.
They're trying to end it. They were just trying to end it to get to the Star Wars. Okay, let's just.
I
just
think
agree on
they
that.
were like. I think before the last season of Game of Thrones, they were handed Star Wars, and that's why they put the whole year delay on it because they were
Yeah.
like, oh fuck,
I just heard a bunch
Oh,
of that, that they're
fuck.
making
Yeah.
a book.
oh fuck. So yeah, I would have done the
Oh,
same
fuck,
shit.
boy.
So this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and then boom, we're done. Boom, that's it.
Honestly, that sounds about right. Like honestly, that really does sound about fucking right.
Literally how it
They
played
were
out the whole
looking for a
season.
way out, and they got their way out. So they just kind of, boom, like hightail it to
Take
the
that,
exit.
Steven.
Yeah,
Take that, Matt.
take that, Game of Thrones.
Take
Could
that,
have
Game
just
of
handed
Thrones.
it to new writers, and it could have went on for 10 more seasons.
But I mean, who else to?
Everything has to come
Okay,
to an end.
we're
They
not
could
talking
have at least gone 2 more seasons.
we're not
of
talking about
Game of
Game of
Thrones. But
Thrones.
anyways, anyways.
But honestly, I am very excited. Given that, yeah, it is a show rather than the movie. Like I told Damien, I was like,
Shout out to Damon.
you know, yeah, Damien, I love you. Stop drinking natural light.
Good, but it's not. That's another story.
It's piss. Drinking
That's
piss.
a whole other story.
It's not the natural light, man. It's Natter Days. It's really good.
The
Um,
natties.
given that, because it is a business and Solo did not do all that great, so it makes sense that, you know what, people are excited for The Mandalorian. People are excited for this Disney Plus streaming service. So let's do a series. And I'm so excited. And that's it. Next.
No, I'm just saying it's just one of those, like, I know people want to get away from it, but like you kind of don't want to get away from, like all the stuff, because I mean there's good memories. The casting was good. How you could, especially with casting Obi-Wan, him reprising the role, but I mean, all you can say is
Yeah,
just
and
looking
like,
forward to it.
I get what you're saying. Like, oh, like people were complaining, like, oh, we're just rehashing old stories.
I'm saying I'm not a big like Star Wars fan, like as y'all, like, but I'm
And,
just
like-
saying it's cool. Like from what I've heard,
We're done here.
Oh my gosh, I'm just saying I didn't grow up on it. I don't get me wrong. I watched the movies and I really enjoyed them.
He's
for
all,
what
I
they
took the
were.
classes.
I'm ashamed to say that Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars movie I saw.
Honestly, that was
At least that wasn't your first one you saw in theater.
that was mine.
Yeah,
That
but
was-
I mean, going back to
Because to be honest with you, that was the
Like-
first one
like,
I
fuck
saw
me.
in theater.
Hey,
Oh,
but no,
man.
you know what? That was the first one I saw in theaters.
Besides the remakes,
No,
the original.
That was
ones.
the first one I saw in theaters, and I'm glad because I saw Darth Maul in the first
So
time.
like,
in
I bought
theaters.
the box series of like the whole Star Wars movies, and
Can I borrow them?
the freaking no, you already did,
you already did.
and
He's
freaking
librarian. He's already
What a
kept track of
jerk.
it.
the edits in the old movies where he added
He brought him back late.
Jabba and Han Solo talking before
I-
Han Solo
I
went to the
I still
went
could
to
have
the
done
cantina.
without that.
I was
still
like,
coulda done
what
without
the
Terrible.
hell is this?
Terrible. He steps on his tail. Terrible. I don't like it.
Literally, like that could have been
that.
avoided.
That's like the only big thing that was like, and that was so.
Did you
terrible.
see the?
and then in Return of the Jedi, where they were singing when they went to go
yeah.
rescue Han Solo.
Yes,
I don't like
Yeah.
it.
Yes, that was another
going
worst
off track.
one. That was
Yeah.
another worst one.
Yes, we are going on track.
I don't think they did that much of
Terrible.
a
Terrible.
reprise to the
Prequels.
Empire, but you know,
No, not really. That was one of the ones I still kept like.
the only thing that they did more of was that they just showed the what is it, like the supposed Yeti eating. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
it. That was it,
Oh, that's it.
and nothing more. But yeah. So anyway, so
Go
what?
back to what I was saying. It's good. I mean, it's like you don't want things to end, but I mean, it's a different turn, but it's not.
I mean, I'm super excited for this Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I
It's
mean,
good. You give the people
um,
what they didn't ask for.
to be honest with you, I mean, no, I mean, there was a debate about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be honest with you, I really do think making it into a series as opposed to a movie is a better move, because then we could get a lot more of things going on, because obviously, I mean, they had to make these shows at least like an hour long.
Yeah,
Maybe
what
just
can I say?
just
It's
a little
the
over an
whole-
hour. And so that's like, you know, what I've listened from other podcast shows, that's a 6-hour movie.
Yeah.
That's a 6-hour movie.
Yeah.
And I would rather see that, you know, split it up, and that's considered one movie.
Yeah.
So you rather see a movie?
No, I'd rather see a 6-hour movie.
Damn.
So
rather
you
see a
like
show.
Damn.
you like the long drawn out
I like
show,
the long drawn out.
which
No,
I honestly I like too. You know.
After Netflix and chilling.
just Netflix and chilling, bro.
But it's just good to give something back.
See,
to
but
the
thing is,
fans
I was
where-
saying
But
this,
I
like,
mean, I
a
think
lot of people
'cause
felt
I
like
think
it was going
I
elsewhere.
think if you do a movie, they're gonna rush too many things.
But also,
because they're gonna try to push in too much, and then they're gonna slow it down, and then at the end you're gonna get that rush. So then them doing it into a series would be a lot better, because then they can expand a little
they
bit
could
more.
also take their time, expand,
Yeah.
but also it's and it's kind of on my part. It's unfair to compare this Obi-Wan series to Solo, because this Obi-Wan series is it's gonna have Ewan McGregor reprising his role rather than
I was about to run
you know
outta here.
rather than somebody else take up the mantle,
Take over the mantle, which it's
which is
I-
hard to take up.
yeah, because I mean,
But also, Ewan
I'm
McGregor
scared.
took up that mantle. He did,
he did he took he
but
took
he nailed it.
and he did really good with it, and especially in the last 2 prequel movies, you know, Attack of
Y'all
the
don't hear nobody
Atta-
screaming, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear it.
Oh.
It's a ghost.
Oh, it's a
But-
kid.
Yeah, it's a little kid ghost. Don't worry about it. And you
Is
know,
he okay? Should I go check on him?
so
It's not those little kids. It's the little
It's
kid
a
that
little
lives in
different.
here in the attic.
Yeah. It's on a little different from the first.
So I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. You know, that was the big news. That was the big thing that was coming out. That was the, you know, like I said, that was the huge news from coming out from Disney Plus. Because I mean, like you said, Disney Plus was already announcing a lot of big stuff, but that was like the big one right there.
And they're
was
gonna
that.
rule the world.
Away from him.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome, man.
I think that was the big thing. I'm pretty much good with this. Are y'all guys good with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. So
That
is volume
Was-
2.
the episode.
We were enjoying some real ale, Oktoberfest, as well as legal
Legal
draft, Oktoberfest.
That was during volume 1.
Yeah, volume
So-
1, volume 2.
Is it 1 episode or is it 2 episodes?
I am button to button. Oh.
Me and Matt changed shirts.
Yes.
So
So
My hat
It's-
was
it's-
turned
it's-
around, but it went back
and
around.
we're gonna
Likewise.
and I will split this episode, so it's gonna be up to you whether you consider it as 1 or 2 episodes.
That's the
As for
trick.
me here, Steven,
Eddie?
Ernest.
Matt.
we are geeking and drinking, and we love you guys. Subscribe to our social medias at facebook.com/geeking and drinking podcast, Instagram
And
at
Twitter.
geeking_drinking, and Twitter geeking_drinking. Eddie does this a lot better than I do, so
Follow us on Instagram.
just follow
Geeking
us.
_drinking.
Look at my
YouTube.
gum.
Geeking and drinking. Spotify.
Geek and Drink.
Also geeking and drinking.
Apple
Watch out.
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere you find podcasts. Listen to us, guys. We want you questions, so we're gonna be, releasing a video to ask you questions next episode. We wanted to, answer everybody's questions. We're coming up on a year for this episode, and
A year of this show.
And we're still small. We want to grow. Even more. We want to get the word out.
Speak for yourself.
Nah. So you better freaking watch.
Better freaking watch.
If not, I'll
And,
go to your house and kill you.
And
just kidding.
but either other way, we love all the support that we're getting from everybody. We love all the love.
And believe me, we are working on getting some merch as far as koozies.
Yes,
and,
we are really trying.
Maybe
our
more
hardest
glasses,
to
but
work.
we'll see on that.
To work on hard. Ernest, we're working hard on that, right? Yeah. So.
I hate y'all guys so much.
But guys, like I said, we got
Steven?
we got
Matt.
and we got Eddie. For geeking and drinking.
I think I almost forgot his name.
Yeah. he's having a crisis right now.
Guys, devil horns to the camera. Peace.